well, that's just a name I used to make music, and that music is probably what I most like to do and relate to, which is, I don't know, experimental electronic music, if you put a label on it. But it's been just always, I mean, when I put first time the name Vladislav Delay on music I made, I still wanted to do jazz, and I thought I was doing jazz because I had not heard even electronic music by then. So for me it's personal music above all, and also because, well, from beginning on, but even more so after like having done it so many years, it's just absolutely necessary to not actually have a Vladislav Delay, whatever sound or idea. I guess the main thing is that I don't want to repeat myself or get stuck, or I guess it's even my fear. But it's also something I actively just enjoy to try to, well, not reinvent the wheel. I mean, that's just naive even to think of that, but just within my possibilities and capacities and all that stuff, I would like to not repeat and just, you know, play safe, but just embrace something new. Because maybe because I'm not coming from electronic music background, but I see just the world is instrument and world is inspiration. So it's like food or books or whatever. I can't just keep reading one book or cooking or eating one meal. It's just so absolutely the same thing. I just need variety and I need surprises in life. And well, the Vladislav Delay thing is most personal, but it all the same, it relates to everything I do. I would not like to keep doing one thing again and again. If I do something, like let's say a sound, or come up with something really nice even, I mean, then I really want to leave it be and do something else, because it's already done. And that's probably how I approach making music. Like I said about again, the food, I really, even though I'm vegetarian, there's still endless amount of food cultures and ideas I could embrace and I do like. And it's the same with the music. Sometimes I enjoy doing something like, I had the project Luomo, which is, I guess they call it house music, or it got pushed into that idiom, even though I just thought it's like for me a chance to make vocal pop music. But it's just like, if I keep how the Luomo, for example, started, I was doing just only ambient music and got some fame of that, and it just somehow, it was a natural reaction to do something completely different, to you know, to refreshen my approach also to the ambient music. So I just recently produced, for example, a singer-songwriter here who had just acoustic guitar and a vocal mic, and I never had recorded anything in my life like that. And it was really a challenge and really interesting thing to try to, because, you know, this is all waveforms in the end, you know, it's not just like this synthesizer or that drum machine or that style of music. It's like a whole world, which I really do like. I mean, there's some things I would not do, mainly commercial, faceless music, but like beside that, I'm all in. I mean, I have a death metal background, I have jazz background, I have classical music background. So it's kind of hard for me to just start narrowing myself into something. It would be self-defeating. And it really also, it really opens my mind up, I think, musically, if I work on some style and then go completely different. You know, your ears are not ready for that, and you, in my opinion, you are forced to make certain decisions, and you hear things maybe from a little bit more distance, and it's just well, it's very important, of course, but also it's for me a way to, again, not to fall into certain patterns and keep repeating myself, but just actively force myself to judge what I'm doing and see things from different perspectives. And beside that, it can be also fun. I mean, I like doing so many different things. I like even playing with certain club music ideas, even though I never been to clubs or clubbing, and it's not music I particularly like, but it's something I like doing. It's there's a certain idea about it, like whole techno thing. I'm totally into the ideas of techno, and I wish I never heard techno music, but just kept reading what people write about techno, because there's, in theory, there's some lots of things I relate to, and I guess I try to then, no matter if I'm actively in that scene or field or whatever, I just try to make my own take on it and expand my musical both knowledge and experience and curiosity, So the studio, it's kind of divided into two parts. The left side is the sound creation part with all the synthesizers and, let's say, traditional sound sources and synth bits. And this is the, let's say, processing side, where I have the effects. There's some of the digital stuff like converters, but mainly effects to color sounds. And here the dynamic and the equalizer parts. To me, this is the more interesting part and the stuff I really care about. Though it doesn't make really sounds, but it allows me to process, treat sounds, capture sounds in a way I want. And also this part here is, yeah, definitely to add colors and create more unique sounds. But this is the sound part is something I'm less interested in. It's kind of commercially available synthesizers and stuff I've used a lot. I try to acquire gear I relate most to, but still, without this side, that side doesn't really do too much for what I do. And then, well, this is of course the main thing. I listen. What I'm doing is the computer I'm working with. There's a monitor controller, there's a few effect remotes, my master keyboard, my other master keyboard, small mixing desk which has I route all the synth sounds into, but also it's an inline desk, so there's another side which is I run stuff from the computer in there to process stuff, and the mixer is kind of, it doesn't have any EQ or dynamics, but this rack here is each channel has equalizer and dynamics as a hardware insert, which is kind of important for me to just be able to control dynamics and shape the frequencies. Well, then there's the less normal bits, which is kind of how I create my sounds a lot. I don't know, it can be there's all kinds of, I don't know, how would I start describing them. There's I can attach this to anything to make anything speaker, but there's I use lots of contact mics to attach to these things, or shotgun mics or real mics to create sounds which I then either just record straight to the software, or then I have lots of samplers, like the EXS sampler. I just create sounds I play later on and treat further, but it's all kind of this whole thing is instrument to me. It's not like one single thing and another single thing, but it's kind of, it operates quite in chains, or how would I say? It's an ongoing process. I record something, I process something, I dump it to computer, but then I likely send it back, maybe sample it again. You know, it's ongoing thing until it sounds right.